and it's official right now. We're back on the YouTube live stream. Sorry about the break, people. Anybody that was listening to it, it's one of those things. Technology. Either that or Big Brother's watching, and they're telling you, you better shut up, Nick. You're talking too much. You're telling things to people that you shouldn't be saying. And if that's the case, I apologize. But what I'm saying to you right now is we're going to have a situation where even the people that can't afford to continue to sustain the properties, they're not going to do maximum effort. They're going to do absolutely minimal effort. Because one, they're not getting paid right now. And if you take it on another level, if you take it on another level, they are not only not getting paid, even when they do get paid, they have no ability to get any kind of return on their investment or any kind of growth on their investment. And that's a problem. That's a major problem. In what business does somebody turn around and say, I'm gonna invest endless amounts of financing for something that's not gonna give me a return? When does that ever happen? I'm gonna spend money. I'm gonna invest in a stock that I know is gonna lose money on me. Who does that? I don't know anybody that does it. So why is that expected to happen in housing? Why is that expected to happen in investment and rental real estate? Nobody's going to be spending the money to put great improvements to their property anymore, unless they're packaging it up to sell it and make it somebody else's problem. Minor maintenance and repairs. Minimal. Whatever is required by law. Base minimum. You're going to get that coming in. I promise you. I promise you that's going to be the case. You're not going to see people deciding to do new facades on the exterior of their properties or do landscaping maintenance or redo the halls or even give a nice coat of paint all across the place when they don't have to. They're going to wait until things are falling apart, breaking apart, become decrepit, become disgusting before they even spend a penny. And the people that don't have the stomach to do that are going to end up selling. Because there's plenty of landlords that just can't do that. If they have too much owner's pride in their properties, they can't own something that they're going to let fall apart. So they'd sooner sell it and make it somebody else's headache rather than continue to own it and have something that has become a monstrosity. Why does this sound so strange? It shouldn't, but it is. This is a strange, bizarre circumstance that is artificially created. A huge animosity has been built in to landlords and tenants where they normally wouldn't have that kind of animosity. The end game is not clear yet, but what's going to be proven is that the end game will not be good. we're going to have major, major ramifications. And as I stated earlier, we're going down an extremely dangerous road. This situation of expecting the private sector of housing providers and landlords to just keep working for free and to keep allowing others to take advantage of them is not going to continue. Sooner or later, it's going to break. The system is already broken. Now you just want to break the people that are running the system. That's basically what's happening right now. And anybody that says they could justify it, anybody that could say that they believe what is happening right now is for the best of the public are delusional. And obviously, they do have special interests and their own personal agendas that they're looking at. Because I could assure you with absolute confidence that what is happening right now is not benefiting and it will not benefit the overall general economy in any way whatsoever. I've said this before, and I'll make this comment once more. If the government feels that they can run housing in a better way, a more efficient way, with less expense, basically zero expense, because they're expecting zero income to come in. If they are in a position to be able to do something like this, then what they should do is offer every single landlord, housing provider out there right now the opportunity to sell them their building, their property, their rental real estate at market value, and take it on themselves and turn it into housing projects, turn it into public housing. Let's see how much the tenants love it then. Because I promise you, public housing isn't so great. You go into a lot of these public housing places, these state and city run housing complexes, and you're not going to have a good situation. Yeah, the ones that are brand new, that are just done, they're beautiful. They offer all the amenities you could possibly think of. But you go fast forward in the future, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and those facilities are starting to become condemned, mal-maintained, neglected, and ignored. That's all it takes, 5, 10 years. And an immaculate project that was built, a beautiful housing facility that was built, starts crumbling apart. Why? Because the city and the state is not in the position to maintain it in a proper way. And when they do maintain it, they overspend, they allocate the funds in the wrong places, which costs everybody else, including some tenants that are taxpayers, more money down the line. This is not an exaggeration. This is not something that I'm saying for a shock factor. It's a fact. You go into 10 here in New York. Go into the city. You pick 10 housing project facilities that are city or state run. 10 of them. And I guarantee you, I promise you, you will not have a great experience going into all of them. Maybe you'll run into one or two of them that are good. But the overwhelming majority, you're going to see major, major issues, and the living standards are definitely subpar compared to most of the private housing out there. I assure you that. I promise you that. And if You want to question me? Go take a tour. Go like you're a tourist. Go check them out. Trevor, you ever go into one of these project, one of these public housings?
I know they got some of them around my way called the project. I never been in there.
Yeah.
Some of them is a night.
Well, you see a knife from the outside, right? Go inside. I've been in them. I've been in plenty. It's not a beautiful experience. You think the tenants in there are happy?
Elevator don't work.
Well, yeah, that's the least of it. That's the least of it. If you have an elevator that don't work, and that's your biggest problem compared to some of the other problems you see, hey, pick your battles. They don't even bring proper exterminators into these buildings. I see some of the monsters that you see as far as vermin and rats and whatever. Not fun stuff. And let's even forget about it. You got electrical problems, plumbing problems, broken sheetrock, this, that, whatever the case is. I'm not even going to get into all of it. But we're talking about neglected properties. And that's because you're depending on employees of the city and of the state to be able to run. And by the way, what's the worst thing that can happen to these projects if they get hit with a violation or a penalty? What's the worst thing? It gets added to the city's budget that they don't pay it for anyway. Go figure. But on that note, I'm gonna let everybody go. We went over a couple minutes. I appreciate everybody for listening. Just like every Monday on the Real Estate Plate. We'll be back again next Monday, 6 to 7 p.m. And until then, hope everybody has a great week. You make lots of money in real estate. And if you're a housing provider and a landlord, I hope that you have some successes in the future, in the near future. Because I'm just like everybody else, I'm in it with you. And we got to win some of these battles because all we've been doing is losing. Have a great week, everyone. The U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide